Hello, and welcome to another Tie-Dye Tuesday. I'm your host, Jared Hunt, and today we'll be making a RONSTAR radio wave combo. So grab your sinew and your favorite apron, and let's get started. Take your apron that's been soaked overnight in soda ash, spun out in a washer, and hang dried until it is bone dry. Stretch out the apron, make it flat as possible. Fold the apron in half so it creates a vertical line of symmetry down the middle of the apron, and line up the seams. Fold in half again. Wherever you make this fold, that will be the center of your RONSTAR. Next, we will take the side with 2 layers of cloth and fold one of those layers back over to the other side that has only 1 layer. Flip the entire piece. Now we will fold the side with 1 layer of fabric back onto the other side that has 2 layers. Now you should have a side with 2 layers of fabric and then another side with 3 layers of fabric. Now take the side with 2 layers and fold that back to the side with 3 layers and flip the entire piece once again. And finally take the remaining single layer of fabric and fold it back to the side that has 4 layers of fabric. You will now have one side with 2 layers of fabric and another side with 5 layers of fabric. Wrap the sinew 7 or 8 times around a point near the apex of the triangle and then pull really hard. Fold the side with 5 layers in on itself, then bind diagonally. For each new vector of the RONSTAR, fold the side with 5 layers back in on itself like we just did, and then bind horizontally for each new vector. Once you're satisfied with the number of vectors, or if you've run out of room, which in this case we do once we reach the pockets of the apron, this is where we create the radio wave. And we create the radio wave by basically just pleating the rest of the fabric and creating sections with our sinew. It is now time to dye. Fill each section of the RONSTAR fully with color. It will look glossy and there will be no fuzz on the surface. Once we get to the radio wave, try to make it to where the dye only penetrates halfway through. Flip the piece and dye the other side of the radio wave. Since we filled the piece full of liquid dye, we can add black and it will just create a highlight instead of flooding the whole piece with black. As always, when you batch your pieces, make sure it's at least 70 degrees and you let them sit for at least 24 hours. That is the bare minimum. Personally, I do let my pieces all sit for at least 48 hours. Once the piece has batched, before I even open it, I throw everything in the washing machine for one cold cycle. Then I go ahead and start opening. Once that first wash cycle's done, you can go ahead and open your piece and then throw it back into the washing machine. That's one wash cycle on cold, and then you have two more on cold, and then one on hot, for a total of 3 cold cycles and 1 hot cycle. If you want to use laundry detergent, you're more than welcome to, but it is not necessary. After washing, if you would like to keep the size the same, hang dry. If you need to shrink it, throw it in the dryer on high heat. Thank you all so very much for watching. I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me. If you found this video entertaining or helpful, drop a like. If you want to see more tutorials, hit that subscribe button. And for the sake of engagement, leave a comment for what design you want to see next or just to say hi. Finally, if you want to browse my inventory, you can check out my Facebook page. I'll leave a link in the description. And once again, thank you all very, very much, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week.